Hello, everyone, and good evening, and welcome to Animal Advocates Radio, Voices Carry for Animals, number 495 shows this evening and counting. And we're going to have another great show this evening. And I'm welcoming all you aboard, all you new listeners that's coming in from the web, Podbean Podcast web. Welcome aboard and hope you enjoy the show and you keep coming back and spreading the word. If you want to come to join us here in the live chat room on Podbean Podcast app, you're more than welcome. You just have to download and install the free app on Apple Store or Google Play, Podbean Podcast app and player, and then follow Voices Carry for Animals podcast, and you're in, and you'll enter the live chat room, which is awesome, and you can speak to the guests right from your phone. There's just on the lower right hand corner of your phone or laptop, iPad, tablet, there is a phone icon or a mic icon. And later on the show, I will be taking calls. Okay. So, everybody, welcome aboard. And everybody, thanks for joining the live chat room. Okay. And hope all of you enjoy the show and keep coming back. And everybody that's in the chat room, hello, everybody. Hey, Mama Cat and Darlin and Pina. There, we got a whole bunch of 'em. My mom, Pat Dahmer, aka Moose, is tuning in. So hope all of you, keep coming back. You can like this show. You can share this show right from the Podbean podcast chat room. Okay, up in the upper right hand corner where the arrow is in the square. And also, you can also, and Aloha just entered also, and we're gonna be rocking the airways for Justice for Destiny this evening, and welcome her back. I just want to go over a couple things before I do get started here. My name is Debbie Dahmer, aka Mama Bear, and Mama Bear is on the air because she really does care. Okay, so. I just seen the other guest, Hollie, coming in. Hollie, you can press that. I'm going to invite you in. So on the lower right hand corner of your phone or your laptop, there's a phone icon or a mic icon, and just press it to alert me that you want to come on air. Okay. Welcome aboard. Hollie Stewart is new this evening to the show. Pina is, coming back. This is episode 2 for update on Justice for Destiny. Okay, and we're going to keep bringing in, keep trying because what we need is Justice for Destiny, and we'll have Pina Losawyer to go over the story. It was very sad and heartbreaking what happened to her, and may she rest in peace because we're going to get justice for her. Okay, because that's what she deserves. And so anyway, um, all these shows are recorded live on live stream on Podbean podcast. Okay, so you could go back and listen and share 24/7, 365 days a year, and follow me on this podcast, Voices Carry for Animals podcast, or you could go to the podcast host website, and that's voicescarryforanimals.podbean.com, and you could create an account. What you'll need up in the right hand corner, log in, and you'll need your full name or nickname and your email address and also a password. Okay, and press that you want. You're not a robot, and create account and follow Voices Carry for Animals podcast. But and all the shows are on there that you can listen to, and also on podserve.fm, Animal Advocates Radio on there. You can follow me there. There's so many places you can follow me, and we're going live here and everything. I'm going to bring my first guest on. And the good news, everyone, is that after this show, gets downloaded and then I edit it and gets published, it's going to be on my voicescaryforanimals.com website, and you can subscribe free and listen to the published episode from there. It also has a podcast player on there, link that you can listen to the last five shows, and also on my YouTube channels, Voices Carry for Animals podcast, and you could be a subscriber. And also on Animal Advocates Radio podcast on YouTube, you could also be a subscriber. Okay, so there's 24 sites that's going to be published to, which is the great news. And we're going to keep going here because this podcast has really grown, and thanks to all of you that is coming in and helping me out over the years. Celebrated 11 years anniversary at the end of June, and we'll have five more shows, and we'll be at 500 podcasts for the animals, rocking the airways for the animals, everyone, because they all deserve it. We have to be their voice. With our voices, the animals will be heard. With our actions, the animals will seek justice. Okay, so I'm going to bring on my guest, and Pina is doing some hard work out there. So please, everyone, help her out and let us get justice for Destiny. Okay, and Pina, are you there? We're going to
I
be
am.
just
Can you hear
yes,
me? Okay,
yes, and
good. Hey
and
everyone.
welcome back. And like I said, anybody wants to join us from the web, the podcast, Podbean podcast web, you could join us. Just come over to the get a free install download on either Apple Store or Google Play, Podbean podcast app and player, and then you'll follow Voices Care for Animals podcast, and you're in. Okay, but anyway, Peanut, this is great having you back on. Okay, and I was telling everyone, that before, this story is so heartbreaking and sad. But if you want to go ahead, and because what we're going to discuss, everyone, the abuser did get arrested, so that is a plus. Okay,
Yes,
that
yes.
is a plus, and was so glad to hear that because there's no excuses why this happened to Destiny and how she got treated. I mean, it's terrible. And I hope your hubby Jeff joins us in this evening. I sent in an email invitation, but go ahead, Pina. You
Yeah,
want to go?
hopefully he will. I mean, he's working. Unfortunately, he works evenings, so I told him to see if he can hop on if he's able to. So I guess we'll see what happens. But first, Debbie, I would like to thank you for having me and Holly back on. We really appreciate you doing this and helping us get the word out there. So again, thank you very much. I mean, you've been great and you do a lot for everybody and for the community. So that's awesome.
Yeah, you're
Um,
so welcome. I do my best. I can't do it alone. It takes a village. That's what it
yep.
takes.
Yep.
All of us
Um,
working together. Yep.
yep. And I just want to make sure because Holly, are you on, Holly?
She's going to send me an Holly. If you're listening, I can see her. She followed the host, so
Yeah,
she is
yeah.
in the chat room. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
Holly, go ahead and press the. It's a mic icon or phone icon at the bottom right hand lower of your phone, and just send me the invitation that you want to come on air. Okay, I see you in here. We're just going to get you into the
Okay.
queue. Okay, so
Yeah, I just
just
wanted to make sure that she's able to get on. So she says she has the phone icon. Okay.
she found the icon.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Press that, and that'll alert me that you want to come on air. Okay, I'm not sure what you're hooked up with, either the phone or laptop or iPad. Okay, do it again. Okay, because that went may go through real fast. So just send it to me again, and I'll catch it. And welcome aboard, Holly. Here we go. And Holly, everyone, is the founder of Paws Angels. Okay, or yeah, it's a Paul
Yep.
with Angels, and she's working hard, and they got check their website out. They're on Facebook. But Holly, you are live and on the air. How are you? Welcome.
Hey, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Hey, anytime, that's we missed you last time, but we said we're going to do another show and make sure you can come on, because it's so very important of what you guys are doing and the outcome of this case. I mean, it's just so heartbreaking what Destiny went through. But who wants to speak first? And I'll keep you both on air. And everyone keep liking the show, sharing the show, follow the host and keep spreading the word. Let's see this Podbean podcast uh, just I mean just blow up. Let's see it
Well,
go. But go
Holly,
ahead.
do you want to go first since you didn't talk last time?
Yeah, I'll hop on here with a couple of updates too. First of all, I'd like to just let everyone know that we do have Justice for Destiny T-shirts, and it features, of course, our precious Destiny on it, and then on the back, it does give a very brief statement. About what happened, the laws that were not followed, etc. So, we had a sponsor for those shirts, so they're only $10. So, if anybody would like to get one of those shirts, they can get on our website. Um, so, from the Destiny situation, obviously it was amazingly heartbreaking, but there have been some positive things come out of it. If you're in animal rescue, we are definitely seeing an upswing in cruelty cases. We actually took in 3 dogs from a cruelty case out of Catoosa County just 2 weeks ago. So a few things have happened since Destiny's situation come about, and the Department of Agriculture now has um, an enforcement team, so they're able to actually go out and legally get on the property, do a lot more than they were able to do at the time that Destiny's situation was happening. So we are seeing a lot more arrests being made for people that are abusing animals, hoarding cases. That's been a very positive thing. On a personal side, for the Destiny situation, the police chief that finally took action, Mr. Tony Piles, has recently been appointed over animal control. So
Oh,
his
wow. That's
the
awesome.
animal yeah, City of Calhoun animal control is now under the blanket supervision of the Calhoun City Police Department, and he has named one of the officers, and Andrew Hooker is now the animal control director. The director that was um, the director that all this was happening with Destiny, Clyde Burchett, resigned not long after everything truly came out and the people were arrested. Within just a few weeks, the former animal control director resigned. So I feel like, obviously, if this had never happened with Destiny, these steps would not have been taken. So, obviously, we're extremely upset with what happened with Destiny. I wish with every ounce of me that it didn't, that she was never abused, that we were able to save her. But there is some good coming out of this. There is some positive, and it's people standing up like Jeff and Pina. People stepping up and saying this is not okay, and not letting it go, because too many people for too long have just let it go and assume somebody else will do something. Everybody can do something. So
That's right.
I think that was an important message out of Destiny's. Every one of those neighbors that kept calling, they didn't stop. You know, us being able to get in our hands on Destiny and get her out of there was directly because of the neighbors not giving up and continuing to make those complaint calls.
And they needed to. I mean, you just don't look the other way when you see animal cruelty or abuse, neglect. You know, these are crimes. And who's paying the price? The animals. And they are the ones that suffer. We have to get them out of harm's way, everyone. Make that calls and report animal cruelty when you see it. Looking the other way is only going to make the problems worse,
Mhm.
okay? And
Yeah.
it's not going to get us nowhere. So please, if you see it, I don't care if it's the neighbors or relatives or friends or whatever, and you see it, report it because you're doing the right thing by reporting it. You
Hmm.
know, if you look the other way and ignore it and say, I can't be a part of this. Yes, you can be a part of it, and you're helping that animal. Okay, you're
And
being
people
that
can
animal's
report,
voice.
yeah, people can
Yep.
report anonymously. They can report not have their name stated and taking pictures, having proof. You know, I
Hmm.
always tell people that contact us. I can't report it because I didn't see it, but we always advise them get pictures and let your animal control know right away. I have pictures of this. I'm going to send this to you, but I want a welfare check done. And then follow up. Keep calling them. I mean, keep calling until you know something has happened.
That's right. Yeah, that's it's so important too because, and if one of you want to go ahead and let the audience know, how this all started up, and because it's so heartbreaking and it's totally uncalled for, totally unacceptable. So if you want to go ahead and start one of you to tell the beginning of Destiny's horrific story and how she ended up, and I'll tell you, Pina, you and Jeff are when you took her in knowing that these issues was happening. You got a heart of gold. She left out here in a great TLC home or whatever you could do for her. God bless you.
Thank
And I
you.
yes, and but go ahead and tell the story.
I have to tell you, I mean, just hearing you guys talk,
Whoa!
I'm starting to get all emotional again, and I'm seeing her pictures up here. So it's like, I get all choked up. So I apologize
Don't worry
again,
about it.
but
You're fine. Okay.
it just, like you said, Holly, it should have never been this outcome. She should still be with us today, and I guess that's what, like hurts me the most is that we didn't get that chance. I mean, she knew love. I mean, she obviously knew love, and to be cared for. We only wish we would have had it longer. That's what we wish. We wish we would have had more time with her. But I mean, apparently, what happened, and Holly, you could help me out along the way. I mean, animal control was called out 6 times in a 2-year period by the neighbors. Nothing was done to help Destiny. I believe it was February 20th when you finally were able, they finally surrendered her to Paw Angels. And then you immediately took her to the vet, correct?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the initial vet that saw her, that testimony was pretty much the nail in the coffin. Because we immediately once she got so quick backstory. Animal control had been called out 6 times within the 2 years. I was contacted by the neighbors because they said, we don't know what to do anymore. We keep contacting animal control. They never do anything. And I just said, you've got to keep calling. Well, they sent me the picture though. And when I saw her, I mean, my heart dropped. I thought, oh my God, we've got to get this dog. So we ended up being able to find out they rented the house within 30 minutes of that message. We found out who they rented the house from, contacted the landlord, let them know what was going on, and they contacted her former owners and said, "You better talk to these people, and you better talk to them now." So that got the ball rolling very quickly. They quickly surrendered her. And that's part of looking back on it, what was devastating, how quickly we got her out of there once we were contacted. And that could have been done months and months and months prior
Months ago,
if animal
exactly.
control, when they saw her, if they had reached out to us. That's where I thought animal control, we could have saved her. If we had had her months prior to that, 100%, I believe, with the medical care that we tried, we would have been
Yeah.
successful.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think a couple months would have definitely made a difference, you know. Um, and then basically, I mean, I was in touch with Katie because we rescued Peanut through you. And it just so happened that Thursday, I sent Katie a picture of Peanut, you know, because I would always update her.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, she's texting me back. She's like, we have an emergency situation. We have a dog that, you know, we need to be fostered, you know, ASAP. You know, we're really in a bind. And so I said, okay, well, let me talk to my husband. I'll get back to you. I talked to Jeff. Jeff was reluctant at first, you know, believe it or not, with the animal lover that he is, you know, he's like, okay. And I'm like, only 2 weeks, only 2 weeks. And he's like, okay, only for 2 weeks. So I said, okay. So I called Katie back and I said, yes, we'll do it, you know. So the very next day, I guess, after you guys picked her up from the vet, they brought her to us. And that's when we got her. And I mean, her condition, oh my gosh. I mean, she was so malnourished. She was starved. I mean, she was advanced heartworm positive, severe dental disease. She was bred time and time again, that her breasts were enlarged, that she was still lactating. Um, she stunk like so badly from not being bathed. She had a mast cell tumor that was larger than a melon hanging in between her hind legs and a smaller tumor under her right arm. She had trouble walking. When we got her, the tumor was raw and oozing. And she was like so sad, so scared. She had no signs of happiness whatsoever. I mean, her tail was in between her legs. And then also, too, according to the vet report from the day before, her body condition was a 1.5 out of 9. And she also had pebbles in her stomach. And that's
Mm.
how starved she was because, you know, 1.5 out of a 9 and pebbles in her stomach. Something wrong with that picture, you know. So after a couple of days that we had her, she began to eat. She became more active. I believe in those first 3 days, she gained about 4 or 5 pounds. And when we would give her food, like in the first, like the first couple of days, she would just gorge her food. Like, I mean, and it would make herself sick. She would get sick from eating because she wasn't used to eating, which was so heartbreaking. And we were only supposed to foster her, like I mentioned. But after 2 days, Jeff and I fell in love with her, and we decided, we're like, no, we're not letting her go. We're going to keep her. And that's what we told Hollie. We told Hollie, we're like, no, we're going to adopt her because she was like the most loving, caring, even after.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello,
Hello?
Hello?
can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I lost you for a minute, but go
Okay.
ahead.
I mean, she was just the most loving dog, and she had a special connection with Jeff. I don't know what it is with my husband and dogs, but I mean, just the way that she looked at him. I mean, she was like mesmerized by him, and she would follow him everywhere. And I mean, he cared for her too. He did a lot for her as well, as we both did. But like I said, just I mean, caring for her. And I mean, Holly, you know what we went through with what we tried and like the foods and you know, I guess the holistic things and you know, just everything that we could to try to save her. And I mean, we tried everything to save her. Um, and I mean, the bleeding and oozing, it wouldn't stop. So it was, I
Mm.
believe it was March 2nd. And, I think we had called you, Holly, and you told us to go to the vet in Tennessee, the emergency, I guess,
Yeah.
vet there.
Yeah.
And so we drove there with her because she was bleeding and it wouldn't stop oozing and bleeding. So we got her to the vet there, and they said that they couldn't get the bleeding to stop, but they could, they got her stable enough, and that the next day their surgical team would come in and they would do, I guess, the surgery the very next day. So apparently that's what happened. But they also, told us that, for one, the doctor never saw a tumor the size like that ever in her life, as long as she's been a doctor. And then the second thing they said was the chances of her surviving the surgery would be slim. So, um, so she went through with the surgery and she survived the surgery.
And
And
they were
when we went to go
surprised.
visit,
They were
yes,
honestly surprised that she survived surgery.
yes. And actually, prior to that, I forgot one part. Prior to that, they didn't really want to do the surgery. And I believe a couple of vets said that they would rather us take her home, give her a couple good meals, bring her back and have her euthanized.
Yes.
And we were like, there's no way we're doing that. This dog deserves a chance. She deserves, to live a good life. And that's what, together with Holly, we decided, we're like, no, we're going to try everything we can to save her. And so we went ahead with the surgery. And again, like I said, she survived. And I mean, she was something else, because when Jeff and I went to visit her the night of her surgery, as soon as she saw us walk into the room, she tried to get up to come to us, and she just had surgery. She just came out of it. And I didn't expect her to be like that resilient, and she was. So then, I mean, we picked her up the next day. And Holly, interrupt me if I'm missing anything.
Okay. No,
So,
you're doing really well.
okay. So we picked her up the next day, and we brought her home. And of course, she had stitches, and I mean, where the tumor was and where they removed it, I mean, they weren't able to get everything. Um, and I guess it was in an awkward place. So it was really hard to keep the stitches closed. Like, they couldn't get it. I think there was a part that they couldn't get all the way,
Yeah, they could not remove the whole tumor. I mean, and then they had told me initially they did not think it would be possible to remove the whole tumor. Um, but I do want to go back and just kind of again to where if we had had more time, when she did survive the surgery, I felt like it was very obvious, even the surgical team, when she survived it and with the next couple of days, they also became hopeful. When we needed a surgical suit, they were like, hey, we've
yes,
got another one. So there was a lot of people pulling for her because she had so much fight in her and such a will to live. And that's where there was such an injustice done because given even a couple of extra months, I think she would have survived. But especially if animal control had done their job and upheld the state law
Luna. Yep,
from a year prior, she would have never been there. Like that would not have been the situation at all. And it was such a tragedy that this is how it ended because she was a beautiful soul,
she was. She
considering a
was.
dog, anything. She was a beautiful creature to have
I mean, she
experienced.
was an angel. I mean, she was an angel here on earth, and she's an angel in heaven. But she was literally an angel. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, she was just perfect. She was perfect. And she was a beautiful soul. She really was. And like I said, it just breaks my heart um, that she's not here. So, um, I don't know. She's just, it's just a shame, you know. Um,
Ladies, I'm gonna have to pop on really quick, and I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to end up um, stepping off. We do have a couple of cruelty case dogs that are here now that I've got to do some medication and some things for. So I will have to um, step off at this point. But I really do appreciate this podcast. What this is bringing to our community. I really really appreciate the invite. Um, so thank you for having me, and y'all have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, and Holly, looking forward to you coming back on too. Okay,
Oh, that'll be
and thank
great.
and thanks for all what you're doing. You know, getting attention, and because when we all work together as a team, we become better and stronger, and our voices get heard. You know, so hey, the louder we bark, the more we're heard. Okay,
I agree. I
and
agree.
that
Thank
and that
you.
matters. And thank you, Holly. Thanks for coming on this evening. You know, and stay in touch. Okay,
I sure will.
because
Thank you.
you've been great support to Pina and Jeff for sure, for real, and even Destiny. You know, giving them your all your support and helping them because that's
Well,
what
and
matters.
we'll definitely update when we do hear something about the court case and
yeah,
anything, anything that's coming up. We're getting a bit of backlash from the some of the people that were involved. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, the whole situation with Destiny was horrific, but there is some good things coming out of it. So that's the focus right now is taking that negative and starting to get some positives and making sure this doesn't happen to another dog.
That's
yep,
right.
yep,
Yeah, because you know Destiny's not alone out there.
Oh yeah,
You know,
nope,
and something needs to be done. In order to see change, we got to take action. No questions asked. You
exactly.
know, we have to seek justice for them because we're their only hope. You know, we don't want to have these horrific stories keep going on and year after year, decade after decade. It needs to stop. You know, and I'm so glad this abuser was arrested. That
yes,
was positive news right there and then. You know,
yep,
so because there's no excuse for it. Not, and he shouldn't get no slap on the wrist either. You know, because
no,
Destiny didn't. Okay, at all. It was
nope.
horrific
And it shouldn't have
treatment.
taken that long to get him arrested either. I mean, it should have happened, you know, right away as soon as
That's
animal control was involved. I mean, it shouldn't have taken the neighbors 6 times over 2 years to call them and, you know, and then do something, which I mean it took us going to the police to actually, you know, get something to be done, because I believe after 4 days after animal control, actually it was February 20th when we ended up getting Destiny, when Destiny was surrendered to Holly. I believe 4 days later, they were issued with a leash violation. That's it, just a leash violation.
what?
So
That is
yes,
so sickening. I mean,
yes,
that is absurd. I mean, what? Where is the justice here? You
yes,
know, where
yes,
is the justice? And
yep,
oh, I mean,
yep,
that is so inhumane and so unfair. And whoa, you know, you
yep,
can't just give warnings out and there's things that's not what they see in front of them. You know,
yep,
that's not right. That is
yeah.
not right.
No,
No.
no, it's not. It's definitely not. And as Holly had mentioned, you know, on June 29th, James Claude Castle is his name, was arrested for cruelty to animals. And that was regarding Destiny's case. So thank God, you know, we, by us going to Chief Pyle and Detective Bentley, you know, they did the right thing. They did what should have been done months ago. They did their investigation. They issued the warrant, and then he was arrested. Like Holly had mentioned, taking pictures. Thank God I took all the pictures that I did of Destiny, because I believe that also helped solidify the case against him. is having the pictures, because they saw what she looked like in his care, and then they saw what she looked like in our care, and how much weight she gained just in a few days. So he's trying to say that he fed her, but that wasn't the case. Because if he
No,
did,
no,
she wouldn't look the way that she did.
no way. I mean, the picture that's visible. She was totally neglected, and
Yep, yep,
it's terrible.
yep,
She suffered, and it's each and every day, and like he didn't care. I
yep.
don't know what he's facing on his charge. With how much jail time or whatever fines, but it needs to be there needs to be stiffer laws and harsher penalties, everyone,
Right.
because this slap on the wrist is not getting it. All get probation and a fine, and that's just a green light to go do it
It's
again.
it's just a slap on the wrist,
Yep.
that's it. That's it. But I I also want to mention that her abuser was arrested 31 times. Okay? With
What?
yes, yes, with
31 times arrested?
31, 31 times, which is just as
Whoa.
bad. So,
Whoa.
yes, with charges ranging from burglary, battery, escape, trafficking, and DUIs, and now animal cruelty. So
Oh, what's he doing out on the street? That's my question. What?
that's my question. That's my question. And I have to tell you, I've called the DA's office a couple of times, um, and right now it's in investigations. I'm trying to get a hold of the investigator because I want to make sure that, we know when his court date is or his hearing is. I also want to give them additional information, but I'm not having any luck getting through to anybody because I leave messages and nobody calls me back. But I will
That's
keep
not
on it.
good. That's right. You send emails, blow up their
Yep,
phone,
yep.
because sooner or later they got to answer.
Yeah,
Send
exactly, which I
fax
don't
them too.
understand.
It don't make sense. They can't
No.
look the other way and ignore it, because this is serious stuff here. I mean, it's
Yep.
no joke.
Yep.
This
And
guy is
that's
a
my
danger.
yeah, and that's my thing. He's been arrested 31 prior. So I mean, come on. What's you said it, Debbie. What's he still doing on the streets? What is he still doing on
Exactly.
the streets? You
That's
know?
that is bizarre. I mean, to be arrested that many times and now leads to animal cruelty. Look at all these prior
Yep.
rap sheet that he's got, and they trust him. They come back in society.
Into
I wouldn't.
society, exactly. I mean, there's something wrong with this picture. That's why I'm trying to get a hold of, the investigator, because I want to make sure, I want to make sure more's done, that he's not going to get a slap on the wrist. Granted, I mean, yeah, it's animal cruelty, but look at all of his other priors. You know what I mean? Why is he still on the
Whoa.
street? So that's my concern. Um, so we'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm going to keep on it.
Yep. Do
Like
it.
Holly said, that there's been a lot of good coming from it. Also, after his arrest, I did do a press release. I sent it out to all the media outlets. We did get some outlets that picked up the story, like the Gordon Gazette, CoosaValleyNews.com, the radio Georgia 101.7 WJTH, and DiscoveryGordonCounty.com. And I believe there was one other. I mean, of course, it's not the big news affiliates like I would have wanted, but maybe we'll get there eventually. So we'll
Right.
see. But
Especially, well, you get this in legislation for 2026, get the co-sponsors and everything, and or the sponsor for this bill, and I'll help you along. I sent you some stuff,
yes, yep,
because
I appreciate that.
you
Yep,
could be the author, creator of a new law, and that's anybody out there, okay, in your states. You
yep.
can call up your state representative and request from them a bill proposal form. and then fill it out. Have all your ducks in a row. Okay, why you want this new law to happen, and then get back with them with the representative, ask them to be a sponsor, okay, and then once it goes through draft and gets a bill number, hey, you're on a roll, okay. Then you call up and get more co-sponsors. Hey, so I think you're starting in Georgia, right, and then head federal, nationwide, because it needs to be nationwide,
Yeah,
and that's a lot more
it
work.
does. Yeah, no, it is a lot more work, and I think it's a lot
Yep.
more signatures. But you're thinking that I should go ahead and move forward with it now, even with the amount of signatures that we have in the petition, correct?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, because
okay,
you want to get there in legislation as soon as possible. And you got, oh, what, almost 5,000
almost
signatures?
5,000. Yes.
Okay, and so just get a hold of your rep, or and you could use any rep in the state of Georgia, okay, and make
Right.
sure they're animal friendly. And I'll send you the Humane Society scorecard for 2024, and it'll show you what representatives are active in animal issues, okay.
Okay. Okay. That
And
would be great. I appreciate that. Thank you, Debbie.
hey, anytime, and then just tell them you want to be the creator, author of a new bill for Destiny's Law, okay? And
Okay.
you want to see justice because she's not alone out there, and I know you get a lot of support, and that's what it will take, and you can get once it gets on the Senate side, get the Senate bill, and then you support both of them. Okay, it's a lot of work.
Okay.
It takes a village. Okay, but it can be done. It just takes a lot of strong teamwork, everyone, and the support out there, and a big
Yep.
and
It's going to take
yes,
everybody. It is a lot of work. I mean, I just see what it takes just for the petition, to try and get the signatures and keep that out there in front of everybody, to keep
yep,
it alive still. And that's just one thing. And that takes a lot of time to do that as well, So yeah, but we'll get there
oh
eventually.
yeah.
Um,
And you're doing great. And she's got a group on Facebook, Justice for
yes,
Destiny, everyone. Just asked to join and everything. And, get involved, how you can help out, sign that petition. Okay,
yes,
I got it. A big shout out to fans of animal rights on Facebook. They've been longtime supporters of my podcast, and this list is huge. Okay, and it gets out there on X. I tag a lot on X, and a big thank you to all of you followers on there for under my personal account to my Voices Carry for Animals podcast on X. And I tag a lot of people, big animal groups. I mean, in that way, after the show, I could add the links, okay, to the petition and your group and everything, and to Hollie's web page and also her Facebook group. So there will be added, okay, and then when it's published. So you got enough now. I would get it in because
okay,
once that session starts up, and I think it's in January. I'm not sure what state, in your state when it
yep,
starts up, but at
yep,
least it'll be in there. And this is September, so you still got some time,
okay,
to just ask for that bill proposal form, having to email it to you or mail it to you and try to get back as soon as possible. And if
okay,
you have any questions on it, they're there for you. Okay. You can ask the
okay,
legislative aide about it. Say, I really want to see this get passed. Can you help me? This is my first time. I'm a newbie at this, so I would appreciate your support to get this into legislation.
okay,
That once in the legislation, you're on a roll. Now you can get moving. Post on there. Hey, I need everyone's help to call and ask. For
right,
co-sponsors in Georgia to support this bill and legislation. And senators, and then they do a vote once it happens. And from the House of Representatives and the senator side, if it passes both sides, all it has to do, the governor has to sign it. Okay.
right,
Yep. And we
okay.
and we could do it. And hello everyone in the chat room that's new in here that's coming in. And hi Michelle. Michelle ordered. I got a lot of my animal warrior sisters in here. This is great, including you, Pina. I could
Yes.
call you an animal warrior, sister, and all of us work. It takes super teamwork to see the super victories, and then we can do the happy dance when they happen, because the animals' lives and futures change for the better, and because of what we're doing. Okay, we're not spinning our wheels. It just takes a village, everyone. So don't forget that. We have to work together and get the word out. Press that share, share, share for the mama bear, okay? Because that's
Yep.
what it takes. You know, that like and that love and that mad and or whatever, that don't serve no justice. Because I have been seeing more of the likes and the love and all that than the shares. Let's get that switched around where it dominates the likes. You know, the shares are going through the news feeds all over, you know, in your social media. But you want to give your petition out? I got it on my, my website, my Voices Carry for Animals podcast, voicescarryforanimals.com. Everyone, it's on there. Some info.
Yep.
Sign it and please share it, you know. And also I've got it on my, it's going to be on the, after I do the show this evening, it's going to be on there also, and then it's going to go out to 24 other websites for podcasts: iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Podcast, podsurf.fm, and Animal Advocates Radio, and also Player.fm. I mean, this list is huge, so let's get in there. And thanks for putting that into the chat room, the name of the petition, everybody. And
Yep.
please sign it
Yep.
and put it on
Yes. I
your.
mean, please, if everybody can share that, if you haven't signed it, please sign it. I mean, we're up to 4,774 signatures as of 527 this evening. So we're almost at 5,000. We're not too far. So hopefully we can keep it going.
That's
So
right.
yep, hopefully we can keep it going.
And
I'm also going to put my email address on here too. If anybody, you have any ideas or anything to help, you just want to send me an email, that's fine too. So I put that there too. And then you could also join the Facebook, the Justice for Destiny Facebook page. That's where we post updates, and we let everyone know what's going on. We'll share Debbie's show there as well as other things. And I'm going to give a shout out to my daughter Brianna. Hi, Brianna.
hi,
She's
Brianna.
listening.
You got to be proud of your mama bear, okay? Because all of us mama bears, you know, when we see our sons or daughters get involved, and we love that, you know, we just say, hey, and I see you, hi, ha, ha.
Is
Hey.
that what she did?
Yep, but Brianna, thank you so much, and thanks for joining us on this in this chat room. I love this chat room. This Podbean podcast chat room rocks. You know, I love it. Already on here 6 months on the new podcast, and this thing is, I mean, it is so awesome, phenomenal. You know, and it's going to keep it up. It just takes, a while to really build it up and get all a lot of followers. Everyone, so telling your friends and your family, your sons, your daughters, neighbors, coworkers about this show, even on the social media, because the more likes and everything on this show, keep pressing that love button, share and share this show. Hey, this thing is going to move up fast, okay? And I'm very proud of it now, Peter, because it's, I was in the newbie level, but I'm in the next level up. I was on
Well,
Blog
no,
Talk
that's
Radio
great.
for 10.5 years, and this I wish
That
I would have found it a long time ago, but it's too late for that, so
absolutely. I also
yeah,
just posted the link to the Justice for Destiny Facebook page too. So if
great.
anybody wants to join that too, so that's there in the feed as well. So,
Great. And a
yep,
big shout out to all your supporters out there on, that's helping you out too. And I was hoping
yeah.
Sue
Well, yeah.
Bloom would show
Sue,
up.
yep, Sue's a big one. Yeah, unfortunately, her brother's in the hospital. She had all intentions of being on the show tonight, but she's had some personal things come up this evening. So yeah. So otherwise,
Oh,
she would have been there. She
of
would have been here
course.
for sure.
Yeah, 'cause
Yep,
she
for
she has
sure.
her own podcast too. And that's great.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep,
And I hope everything
yep.
goes well with her brother. Prayers for her brother, 'cause
Thank you.
yeah, and I hope she joins the show some other time and comes in and but all your supporters out there, hey, a big shout out to all of you, even in the group Justice for Destiny. Hope you're all tuning in, or you could go back and listen to it because once I get the link updated with the links, you can go back and listen 24/7.
Yep.
You
And
download it.
I'll share it all over the place, like I did. Actually, I think I shared it on 40 groups or something today too. I would have done more than that, but I didn't have time. There was a lot of stuff going on, but yeah, I mean, next time, I guess once you share it or whatever, then I'll share it to all the groups and everything, and
Good.
see if
That'd
we
be
can get the
great.
word out there, and help you
40.
out as well.
Yeah,
So.
40 groups. Hey, check that out. You're up there with Michelle, my animal warrior sister. She shares it everywhere.
Wait, what happened? You cut out. I'm
Oh, I'm
sorry.
sorry. No, Michelle, my one of my other animal warrior sisters, she shares a lot. So when you said 40, that sounds like about her. She's out there all already. She works
Yep,
hard. She shares it everywhere. Yep,
yep,
and
yep.
that's
No,
what I call
that's what you
teamwork.
got to do. Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. Everybody's got to help everybody out, So,
Yep,
and I mean, I'm gonna take your advice, and I'm going to, you know, get it to legislature, and we'll see what happens, and go from there.
yep. So I know we can't give up because once we give up, we're automatically, we lose for the animals, and we can't have that. That's not
Yep,
good. We have to keep it up. We have to stay proactive, relentless and optimistic, and not give up, and stay and work together. That teamwork is, and what Mama Cat always says, strength in numbers, right, Mama Cat?
yep,
Yeah. So. But that,
yep.
but are you ready to take any calls? Because
Sure.
okay, if anybody, hey, Brian, if you want to speak on air, you're more than welcome to speak to your mother, your mama bear. And there's a on the lower right hand corner of your phone or laptop, iPad, tablet. There's a phone icon or microphone icon. Just press it. Alert me you want to come on air. Okay, and you're more than welcome. Just try to stray from any, TVs, radios, conversations, and you're more than welcome to come on board. We are rocking the airways for Justice for Destiny because we want to see it happen. We want to know she
Yep.
didn't die in vain, okay? And that's the
Yep.
main
Well,
thing.
I have to say the first part of justice was done, because he was arrested. Um, Now we need to keep him there. We need to
That
keep him locked up,
he
you
don't
know?
deserve to come out. Just
No,
you could just take
exactly.
it, lock him up, and bury the key. Just he doesn't deserve it. He's a threat to society. You know.
Exactly, exactly.
Yep.
And then the second part of justice is to get this law passed, and then justice will be served, and she didn't die in vain. And that's exactly right. So,
That's right.
um, so, so that's the next step, is to get this, passed, keep him locked up, in jail, so he doesn't get out. But I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see what we can do to make it happen.
That's right. We got to make it happen. Just
Yep,
lock him up, throw away the key, arrested 31 times.
exactly,
Oh, this is sickening.
exactly.
That's a major rap sheet. And
Yep,
how does he keep getting away with this stuff? Just a slap on the wrist, and the
that's exactly right.
charges. Oh, and no dog deserves this. No animal, no cat, no dog, no horse,
No.
nothing. None of them. They don't deserve this kind of treatment. We have to protect them. We might have our pets and stuff at home, when we know they're in a TLC home, but there's pets out there that are not. That's ones that we got to speak out for and get justice for them. Okay, make
Yep.
sure they have better lives and futures. They so well deserve because they're innocent, defenseless,
Yep.
helpless, and voiceless, just like the elderly and the children. We have to be their
Yep.
voices. I mean, you
Yep.
look at what just happened at this Catholic school. I mean, I knew them to turn
Oh,
around. Oh my goodness, this is so terrible. Okay, it's gut wrenching. And what is it,
no,
eight and
it
ten
really
year
is.
old? I mean, whoa!
Yeah.
There is no
Yep.
excuses for this, and maybe they rest in peace. And I
Mhm.
mean, what is this? Well, how old was he? 23, and he.
Yep. I
I
believe
mean,
so. Yes.
oh, and it seems like it just keeps going and keeps going. And just think, with the animals, there's so much. My ex and Facebook and LinkedIn, it is so overwhelming with the animal cruelty stories. It's disgusting. I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
know.
no, it is disgusting. And I mean, and also like people surrendering their animals. I mean, the shelters and the rescues, they're over capacity, the animals being euthanized. I mean, it's horrible what's going on. It really is.
Yes, it
It's
is.
really it's sad. It's really sad. And I mean, there has to be change. There needs to be something that needs to be done,
That's
to get
right.
this fixed,
Because
you
there's
know.
so many issues out there. It's unbelievable. I mean, I see
And
victories coming through, but not fast enough. And when you see it and you're part of it, you can't take credit. But when you're involved, hey, it takes human chain reaction to take that action and get the changes made. Get reform in these shelters. Make sure they don't come in abused and neglected and nothing done about it. Get them arrested. You know.
right, and actually the animal shelters here where I'm at, like in Bartow County, I mean, there's like big issues here with the actual animal shelters, that they're like not like displaying the animals or putting them on social media. They're not giving like the shelters or the rescues a chance to find fosters, or like things like they're supposed to go into foster or whatever, and they're euthanizing the animals. I mean, it's really bad here.
It's bad
And actually, that's in the
everywhere.
county where I
Yep.
live.
It's bad.
Actually, they even had like a vet that's under investigation because of like she's been I guess like spay and neutering the animals, but their wounds are opening up, and I think a couple of animals have died in like from her care and stuff like that. So it's
Oh,
really bad. It's really bad.
whoa.
Yeah.
That
So
is that's
um
terrible. I mean, and you look at all these issues. I mean, and I give a shout out to all the networkers and the cross posters out there helping these animals, trying to get them to safety, either foster or adopted, or and because they kill them at all ages. I mean, it doesn't matter,
they do.
and
They
they don't
do.
give them
Yeah.
a
No, it
time.
doesn't matter.
Adopt,
Doesn't matter.
don't shop, everyone. Help save healthy animals' lives in these shelters. Go and search your local animal shelter. If you know somebody that wants a pet or pets, tell them to visit there because they're
Yeah.
waiting for you. You're going to meet your new BFF or furry loved one, and give them that chance
I mean,
because they
we
deserve.
Yeah, we have 5 rescues. Destiny would have been 6. And after Destiny, we rescued two more. So we have Magnum and Chloe. And actually Magnum was a 3-time gunshot survivor. So he survived being shot 3 times.
Isn't that
And then we
sad?
have, yep, Yep. But I have to tell you, he's the best dog you'd ever want to see. I mean, he's like perfect. He's like destiny. He's perfect. He's an angel, you know. But yeah, so we have five, and actually, our oldest one just turned 17 on Tuesday. So we just had a birthday party for her. So Daisy turned 17. So yeah. So we have five of them, and I mean we would like to rescue all of them. Unfortunately, we can't. We could only do so much. So um
Right. But I see photos coming through and they're so adorable, and you could tell that you and Jeff are great mommy and daddies to them. They're happy, and that's the way they
yeah,
all should be. And a
yeah,
TLC home, and because it's not that difficult to take care of them. They want to get close to you and commute. Pet them and spend time with
yeah,
them and
yeah,
take photos with them.
yeah.
Enjoy them, and that's what we love to do with them. Because they're unconditional love, and they'll bring you if you could have the worst day in your life, and they'll bring you up. They're always there
Oh,
for you.
absolutely, absolutely. And it also like amazes me like how much these animals go through. Like for instance, Destiny, all the abuse and the neglect that she had, and she still was able to love Jeff and I back. Same thing with Magnum. I mean, shot 3 times, and he has so much love to give us. So I mean, all the animals, they all have so much to give back. And you're right, you could have a bad day and they can do something silly and just make you laugh, and brighten up your day just like that, which is wonderful.
Oh yeah, and they're good for that. You could have a be sad about something, or just a bad day, and poof, they pop up and do something funny, and then hey, my day just changed.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
they can tell when you're down too. They can
Yeah, oh,
they sense it.
absolutely. Yep,
Yep,
they
they
do,
know. They
they
have them
do.
vibrations that something's wrong, something's not right here. They can tell you're
Well,
down. Yep.
and I have to tell you, a couple weeks ago, I fell down the steps here at my house. I mean, I hurt myself really bad, but Peanut came running over to me, trying to help me. Like he wanted to help me up.
See?
You know,
Oh
um,
yeah.
so so it exactly. So it's things like that. It's like and all I could do was just hug him and say thank you. It's like, I know you want to help me up, but yeah, I mean, they are amazing animals. They
Yes,
are
they are.
amazing. So,
They're
yep,
so uplifting and inspiring and bring unconditional love, and when you see them happy, you're happy. Because I
yep,
know if they're
yep,
down, we go get down. We want to help them get back up. So they mean a lot to us, and they're furry loved ones. Once they walk through that door, they are now your furry loved one or loved ones. And you open your heart to them and treat them with dignity and respect. And it's not that hard. That's what they want. That's what we
yep,
want. We want to be treated with dignity and respect. We don't want to be mistreated, and
right,
animal rights should be granted, not violated. You know,
yep,
and
absolutely.
there's no excuse for animal abuse. Period. So we have
Yep.
to. So if anybody wants to talk to Pina, you're more than welcome. Just alert me on the lower right hand corner of your phone or laptop, iPad, tablet. Just press it, and that'll alert me that you want to come on air. Okay. And Aloha, you want to come on air? You go
Hello.
ahead. There you are. How are you?
Hello. Hi, Tina. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, how are
Hello.
you?
I'm well. I just thought I'd share the change.org petition that Pina shared. I got by email, and because
Yes.
there's two Destinies law, and the one that she posts is under animal cruelty. So just thought I'd clarify that. Is
You're
that
talking about the Justice for Destiny?
yes? Just like I shared it in chat.
Oh, you did great,
Yes,
awesome.
I just thought I'd clarify that because for those who look under Destiny's Law, there's two different types. And just to clarify, it's under animal cruelty.
Right,
Yes,
right. It's
just
under
I
animal
clarify
cruelty.
that
Yep.
help those
But
that
if
are.
you click on the link, it should take you right there.
Oh, it did. It did.
Yep. Yep.
I just thought I'd let everyone know who's in chat.
Yep. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I shared it on my Facebook wall too, though, Pino.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Whatever anybody can do, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
I do what I
Every,
can despite my busy schedule job hunting.
every effort counts out there. If you sign it, share it, put it in your on your timeline. It goes in the news feed, picks up more.
Yep.
That's the
Yep.
main thing. Maybe a couple will go by, but the next three might pick it up and they'll share it. It keeps going viral.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Oh, and
Yep.
another question before I let others speak. Um, do you hire volunteer workers on your ranch?
I'm sorry.
Do
I'm
you
sorry.
hire volunteer workers?
Do I hire volunteer
Yes. If you
workers?
get, do you have a lot of volunteer workers?
Well, I think that's a question for Holly. But yeah, I mean, if you're talking about Paw Angels, is
Yes.
that the rescue? Yeah, Holly does have volunteers, and she could probably use the help. For sure,
Okay, so it's her.
absolutely.
I thought it was both of you.
No,
Just
I'm not.
clarifying.
I'm not part of Paw Angels. I actually worked with Holly in regards to Destiny's case because I
Mhm.
ended up. We ended up actually fostering adopting Destiny. So that's how I got introduced and affiliated with Holly. But yeah, I mean, I haven't worked for her yet. I mean, unfortunately, I would like to do more, to help her.
Mm,
But right now, we only have access to one car, so I'm
I
limited
see.
on what I can do. So I do it from home.
I
So
see. Oh, do you open your home to volunteer, or just wondered, just wondered.
I'm sorry.
Do you open your home to volunteer work? If you don't mind me asking.
Do I open my home to volunteer work?
Yes.
I mean, I haven't, I haven't yet.
Okay.
Um, I mean, I know, uh, I mean, my husband would love to start his own rescue.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that's something down the road, but if that were to happen, I'm sure we would probably need a lot of volunteers then.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it in the future.
Well, thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Debbie.
Hey, anytime. You know that. You guys are a great team to work with, and love all your support. It means a lot to me. It's inspiring and uplifting. So we
Thanks for
gotta
being.
we gotta keep it up. And
Yeah.
thanks for all your support. Aloha. I
You're welcome.
love it. And does anybody else want to speak to Pina? You're more than welcome to come on board. Okay, just press that on the lower right hand corner, a phone icon or mic icon to alert me. Just press it to alert you when come on air. Where's that mama cat at? She's got to be in there somewhere. she, she's, hey, mama cat,
Meow.
meow. There you are. Was you hiding?
I was
How are
hiding.
you? Yeah, do you remember Mama Cat?
Of course I do. How could I forget how could
Yeah.
I forget Mama Cat? How are you?
I'm doing great today. How are you doing today, Pina?
I'm doing okay. Hanging in there.
That's all we can do, right?
Yep. That's exactly right. That's all we can do.
Yep.
Exactly right.
Hey, my
So,
my 10 raccoons brought company last night. I had 12. I don't know where the hell the new ones came from.
did you really? 12 raccoons? Oh my goodness.
All in the front yard.
Do you take pictures?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Do you post them?
Um I don't as much as I would like to because, well, I have neighbors.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I gotcha. I can read between the lines. I gotcha.
You know, it
Absolutely.
started with two. There was
Really?
two raccoons. One had a broken jaw and one had a broken leg. And I have a vet whom I'm not going to mention his name, but he helps me a lot. And he gave me tranquilizers to knock them both out. Not at the same time, it was different times. And
Right.
I was able to set the male raccoon, I was able to set his leg. And a neighbor seen him and he goes, Ray, I said, yeah. He says, I was working in my backyard last night and I saw a raccoon hobbling down the alley with a hot pink cast on his leg. Did you have anything to do with that? I was like, oh, no, no, that wasn't me. And then the other one had a broken jaw.
Oh, wow.
And,
Whoa.
well, I knocked her out and I got looking at it and it wasn't near as bad as I thought it was, but it was bad enough. So I called my vet back and told him, I don't know what the hell to do for it other than to tape her mouth shut so that it'll set. I don't know
Right.
what the hell do I do. And so he met me over at my house the next evening about 9 o'clock, which is when they all start showing up. And he was able to help me with that situation. And that was a female. The
Right.
the next, well, I babied her the whole summer into fall, and they don't hibernate. We don't have like a winter in Wisconsin where it's 50 below zero all the time. We have
Right.
70 degrees, and so I was able to make sure that she was taken care of. And the following spring, she showed up with three babies, and
Wow.
she brought the babies right to my front porch. And that's actually where it all started. And they, I don't want them to like depend on food, like a bowl of food sitting out on the porch kind of thing. So I bury food and I hide food, and I make them have to actually work for it, except for marshmallows in the water. I throw it's so funny. I throw marshmallows in a great big pool of water and then watch them bob for marshmallows. Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
I'm sure.
But every year they come back and bring their babies, and it's just so cute.
Oh, that
Oh.
is cute. That's cute. That's got to be a sight to see. I would love to see something like that, you
Well,
know. I mean, we're here in the mountains too, and I haven't been seeing a whole lot. I mean, I thought I'd see more deer than what I do, and I know there's a bear roaming around here, but I haven't seen it yet, you know. So, we'll see. I mean, I'm
yeah.
hoping to see more wildlife,
What
but I
about
haven't yet.
area are you in?
We're in Northwest Georgia.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, we've got a ton of raccoons here.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh. We have a
and
ton of squirrels here.
well, I have those too, but you know, my dogs kind of kept the squirrels at bay from my yard. But we lost all my dogs this year, all four of them. And the squirrels figured it out really quick that there was no dog in the yard.
Uh-huh.
And then we surprised them, and my son brought home another dog. And so she's funny. She's just a puppy, and she'll chase them squirrels up the fence like,
Yep.
hey, this is my
Yep.
yard.
Yep. That's my dogs too, actually. Magnum and Peanut, especially Peanut. Peanut he'll try to catch the squirrels, which, you know, Jeff constantly tells him, he's like, hey buddy, you're not gonna catch them. You're not gonna catch them. And then we have crows that like keep playing a game with him. You know, they keep messing, like coming down and flying on the ground, and he goes running after them. You know, so they play a game. You know, and he sits out there and he watches them. And again, Jeff says, "You're not going to catch him, buddy. You're not going to get the bird." So yeah, it's pretty comical watching them.
Well,
You know.
I had an ocelot. It's a mountain type of cat, and she had kits, and she showed up at this guy's farm with her kits, and she died. That's why I guess she brought the babies to his farm, and he didn't know how the heck to take care of them, you know. So he called me up and he told me what was going on, and by the time I got there, one of the babies had passed away, and so I took the last two. And the next day, one of the other ones passed away. So I only had the one left. And we were able to pull her through. And she made it. And I kept her until she died. She was almost 20 years old when she died. But
Wow.
she used to chase the squirrels. And she was kind of a small cat. And I always told her the same thing. You're never going to catch them. You're never going to catch
Yeah.
them. Well, she fooled me. She caught one and brought
Oh,
it
you're
in. Oh, she
kidding.
brought it in the house as a buddy. And she let it
Wow.
go in my house. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's not acceptable. You know,
Wow.
sorry,
Wow.
your buddy's
No,
got to
that's not.
go.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Hey, they keep
Definitely
us on
not
our toes.
acceptable.
They keep us
Oh,
on our toes.
absolutely. It sounds like it. It sure sounds like it.
Oh yeah, the mama raccoon too. Mama squirrel, mama dog, mama cat. Yeah. Oh, mama lizard.
George,
Wow.
my husband told me he draws the line at farm animals.
Farm animals.
Yeah, I told him, well, you
Well,
know,
it's funny because one time we went to the shelter and they had a pig there. Actually, Jeff and I almost came home with it, but it would have grown into a full blown pig. It wasn't a potbelly pig. So then I was like, no, 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 no. I'm like, that thing will eat us out of house and home. I'm
oh
like,
my
no,
gosh, they
no.
will too.
Yeah, so I was like, no, no, but it was the cute. It was just a baby. It was the cutest thing, and I think they found it on the side of the road or something. You
Ah.
know, yeah, which is a shame. But I mean, I would have loved to have a little pig, not a big monstrosity like that.
My neighbor came home with a potbelly pig. She told me it was, oh, you got to come over and see my new addition. So I go and look, and she told me it was a miniature potbelly pig.
Yep.
And I looked at it and I said, I was raised on a farm. My grandma and grandpa raised pigs. That is a pig. That is not no. I paid $1,500 for this miniature. I said, well, I'm sorry to tell you, that's just a plain old everyday gonna get huge pig.
No.
Oh, she didn't believe me, didn't believe me. Well, about a month later, as you know, they grow very fast.
Yeah. Yes.
And I
Yes.
hear her out in the yard screaming, Archie, Archie, that was his name. So I go out to look. Well, the big old pig, Archie, got loose and nobody could catch him. So I told her, here, this is a trick an old Indian taught me. And I came in the house and I grabbed a big bag of grapes. And I went and saw Archie and I threw grapes at her. Yeah, I think it was a boy. I don't remember for sure. And Archie loved the grapes. So I made a trail right behind me over to her house, opened her front door, threw a handful in. Archie went in. I shut the door. I go, and that is how you catch a farm pig.
Wow. Wow.
she
Oh, that's
eventually she
crazy.
eventually sent him to a sanctuary.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Wow. Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
she was gonna have him butchered, and I scolded her a lot on that. I told her, you got to be kidding me. You're gonna eat a pet? Are you kidding me? She goes, well, I paid $1,500. I don't care. It's a pet.
Wow.
So
Wow.
she
That's
sent it to
crazy.
I don't remember the name of it. It was a sanctuary for farm animals here in the state somewhere. I don't remember where though, but yeah. So Archie went to sanctuary,
Oh, wow.
but people don't know, and like I told her, don't ever rescue something you don't know what the hell it is.
So, okay, so in other words, she rescued the pig. It's not, well, no, you said she
No,
bought it for $1,500.
yeah, she paid
So
1,500.
where she got it from, did they deceive her and
Oh
tell her
yeah,
it's a potbelly?
yeah. They
So,
had a whole
okay.
litter of them.
Oh my gosh. And
Yeah,
yeah, because if they told them that they were going to get huge, nobody would have
heck
taken them.
no, not in town.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I thought it was kind of humorous myself, but
I would have brought him right back to where I got him from, because they lied to her.
I don't know if she tried that or not. But I thought it was kind of
Wow.
funny.
They got her.
Wow. Yeah,
Yep.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, I
Oh
Without
would
a
yeah.
just
doubt.
die if I paid $1,500 for a potbelly pig. Come to find, it's just a regular old
Yeah,
farm
big
pig,
pig. Big pig.
big
Yep.
old pig,
Wow. That's crazy.
and he got big
Uh,
too,
Wow. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, you said that he grew really fast.
real
So,
fast.
um, yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's why we didn't take that one because I'm like, oh, is that a pot belly? And they're like, oh no, it's a full grown pig. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, no. I'm like, no. Because it was making so much noise, so much ruckus there in the
Oh
in the
yeah,
in the shelter. It was squealing and everything.
yeah,
And
they're
they're like, oh
loud.
my gosh,
Yeah,
yeah. So and I'm like, oh, it's so adorable, but
yeah.
then we're like, no, not if it gets big. So I'm like, I don't think so. So, but yeah. So,
They do get big quickly.
yep, yep.
But
It
that's
sounds
another
like it.
thing people have to realize when you get animals like that and it doesn't work out, why is it always the first thing to just slaughter them off?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
right. Exactly.
Archie didn't make that mistake. She did, you know,
Right, right, right.
Mm.
Exactly right.
you know.
Yep.
Exactly right. So,
Just a
what a
lot of
shame.
questions, to be answered. Why they do this,
Yeah,
why they do that, and it just doesn't make sense. So,
yeah. No, it doesn't.
nope,
It does not make sense. Not at
nope.
all.
I'm
So,
still shocked, Pina, that abuser got when he got arrested. He had 31 charges. That's just
Yeah,
mind blowing,
that's
isn't it?
31
ridiculous.
priors. Yes.
Whoa! I can't
30,
believe it.
31 priors. Yes,
Holy
ma'am. Yes,
moly.
ma'am. Yeah.
Whoa!
And like I mentioned, charges ranging from burglary, battery, escape, trafficking, and DUIs, and now animal cruelty.
Seeing those
Mm.
are felonies. Some of those are felonies. Don't they have that three strikes you're out there?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll be 32 when you're out. I don't know.
Because
I mean,
here,
That's a lot. It just
yeah,
yeah,
shocks me. You
here
yeah,
if
know.
you here if you get three felonies, you're considered habitual, and it's a lot worse. You do heavy prison time over that.
yeah. Well, and then, I mean, the one escape, I would think that would have to be, I
Mm.
mean, why is he out? You know what I mean? I
What?
don't get that.
What's he
So,
doing out on the streets?
Jeez.
mhm, you know,
Oh,
so yeah, so
whoa.
I don't know, and that's what I'm saying. And that's why I am trying to also get a hold of the investigator to say, hey, look at his prior record. How can this be? And actually, we need to make sure that he never owns another animal ever in his
Absolutely.
lifetime, ever. So yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, unbelievable. I mean, I was the same way, Debbie, when I was meeting with the detective. um he's the one who told me that, and then it was also in his report that he said, yeah, he goes, he had 31 priors. I was like, what? Are you serious? So yeah, it is
Oh,
mind blow.
it
It's
just
mind blowing.
shocks me.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep.
what is going on?
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
it is. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, is it Georgia? I mean, what is it? I don't know. You know,
mm.
I don't get it. And I really don't.
Yeah.
So,
And
but
then,
like I
and
said, I mean, I need to keep on, actually I just called yesterday, and I called the investigator and left a message, and no, I think it was 2 days ago, and I still haven't heard anything back yet, so, I guess I'll call up again, and send
yep,
an email and just keep doing it until I get somewhere,
that's
you
right.
know.
Even show up in person.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because that's what my husband said. He goes, we need to gather all our information and go down there in person, and hand it to him
Yeah, with
Yeah.
instead of,
pictures.
because I was going to email it and he's like, no, we need to hand it to him in person, but then I can go down there and he may not even be there, and then leave it with someone. How do you know he's going to get it? You know what I mean? So
Mm,
I don't know. I guess we'll see, we'll keep at it,
that's
and
right.
won't stop.
Hey,
I mean, that's all we can do.
stand up for what you believe on if you stand it alone. Because sooner or later, somebody's going to listen. Never
Yeah.
give up.
Yep, exactly. And I
Don't
mean,
give
I
up.
don't, I don't, I don't give up. I mean, I'm a fighter, and usually when I believe in something and I'm fighting for something, I usually don't give up until I get it. So, I've always been that way. Whether it's, I mean, my work drive, I mean, whatever it may be, I don't give up that easily. So,
Good.
No, say it
I will
isn't
continue
so.
fighting. So. I'm sorry. What did she say? I missed it.
I said, no, say it isn't so.
So,
Mama Cat, I love those raccoon pictures in the chat
yeah.
room.
Oh gosh. Oh,
They're
they're
so adorable,
beautiful.
aren't they? Though that's Mama
Oh yes,
Raccoon.
yes.
they they come right to my bedroom window. That the last picture is of the mama when she came and found me this year after she had her babies. Now I was in bed, I was reading a book, and something, it felt like something was like tugging on my hair. I thought my hair got in the fan actually. And I turned and looked, and there's my mama raccoon sticking her little paws through the gates of the catio saying, hello, I'm out here with
Wow.
my babies.
Oh well, I missed the first three pictures. The first one, two. Yeah, yeah. I missed the first two pictures. I don't know. They're not showing up. I saw the last one, but I didn't see the last two. The first two that you posted.
They didn't show up.
No, like I mean, it's gone. I mean, there's a square there, but there's no picture there. I click on it and nothing happens.
Huh.
Let me see.
And then the last one, I saw the last one, but now that's gone.
There.
And yeah, no, I can't see it. It's not showing up.
Ah,
That's weird.
Hmm.
sorry.
That
Yeah,
is weird.
that's weird. Yeah. No,
Yep.
that's okay. That's okay.
Yep. Okay, ladies, I'm going to close it down here, and if anybody has any questions or comments for Pina, you're more than welcome to come on board and ask her and comments or questions. In the lower right hand corner, the phone mic or the microphone on your phone or your iPad, your tablet, or your laptop, and to alert me you want to come on. And there's Buford. He just entered the.
Yes. Now isn't that weird? I see that. I see that one.
That is Buford, aka Photo Bomber.
Photo bomber.
He loves selfies.
Uh,
I have a sword to be.
well, I mean, I want to say that. Debbie. Thanks for having me back on. And actually, thank you everyone for tuning in. I mean, I really appreciate you having us back on,
Oh,
to give you
anytime.
the
And I'm
update.
looking forward to having you back on again. Okay, you and Holly.
Yep, that sounds great. I
Stay.
appreciate all your help, everything that you do. I mean, you're awesome,
Thank you. You are too.
so
You
yeah, well,
know,
thank you.
Keep
Thank
us
right
you.
back
posted
at
on
you.
the. Yep, keep us posted on your petition. Anything we can do to help with Destiny's Law, we're here.
Yep,
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, the only thing right now is to please, if you can, if you haven't signed it yet, sign it and please share, share, share as
that's
much
right.
as you can.
For the mama
I
bear.
appreciate it. Yep.
Share,
Yep.
share, share for the mama bear, everyone.
And then, yep. And then if you can join the Justice for Destiny Facebook page, that would be great too. And, I post updates and things there. So yeah, I mean, those are the two things right now. And I guess once, you know, I get a bill in place or whatever, so which I'm going to start working on either tomorrow or Monday. And, I'll let you know, I'll keep you guys updated,
Yeah, please do.
so.
Stay in
Yep.
contact, not in whatever help I can give you, to help you with this bill,
Yep.
or constituent bill proposal form. Let me
Yep.
know, okay? And
No,
and
thank
also
you,
they
Derek. You're
will
you're
help
like
too.
you're a wealth of information. So I
I
really
do my
appreciate
best,
you. Yeah.
you
No, I
know.
really appreciate, because this is all new to me. I mean, I never wrote a bill before. I never did anything like this before.
Hmm.
I mean, whoever thought, obviously destiny came into our lives for a reason,
That's right.
was this it? It could be,
Yep.
it very well could be.
I know.
So,
It happened
yeah.
for you. She left out of here to a great home. Then that's what really matters. May she rest in peace. But we want
Yes.
justice for her because
Yes,
there's no
absolutely.
excuses.
No,
So, but
no.
but keep it up and
So,
we'll stay in contact and everything. And I'll let you know.
yes.
Bring you back on, you and Holly. And I have to thank Holly again for coming on and all she does. And but anyway, everyone, next Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Mountain, and 4 o'clock Pacific, listening worldwide. Everyone, I got Keith Dane. He's coming back. Want to welcome him, Senior Director of Equine Protection. Okay, we'll most likely be talking about the SAFE Act, HR 1661. It needs more co-sponsors. Okay, so contact your co-sponsors and ask them to co-sponsor that bill. Let's get the SAFE Act, passed because it's been going on since 2006. Okay, so we need to get down there and it has 151 co-sponsors now. So we're going to need like 290. Okay, to get it on the floor vote. This is federal and Senate Bill 775, and that's a SAFE Act. There's only one co-sponsor on the Senate side, so we got to get more co-sponsors on that. So next week when we talk about it, we got because even he's from the Humane World for Animals, which used to be the Humane Society of the United States, but he's another great guest that's been on many times, and want to welcome him back. And we're all getting used to this new podcast because at the beginning we're all newbies, and right, Mama Cat, we were like, whoa.
We had to play with it and figure it out.
And that's now we're becoming
And you
pros.
did. And you did.
Hey, Debbie,
Yep.
did you did you
Yep.
say there was only one Senate back in the bill?
Yeah, but on the Senate side, so,
Wow.
S 775. That's not good,
No.
And but the representative sides has 151. I just checked yesterday, and I don't think any. So I keep on passing it along, because not everybody's on social media at same times and days. So we have to get it really out there. So hopefully I could bring up we could bring up the Wild Horse and Burro Protection Act
Yeah.
also next week because it only has like 14 co-sponsors that got reintroduced. So
We
got to
got to
put the
get more
pressure on.
sponsors. Yeah.
Yeah, more calls because this is more calls and emails, everyone, because they're not petitions, they're federal bills and
Bills, right.
legislation. Yes.
Uh,
So we got to do it. We have to because the longer we wait for the victories, the longer the animals suffer.
animals
And
can't wait. We got to do it.
yeah, we got to get them out of harm's way because we're their only hope to carry on. Let's see some massive victories here. We have to work together and work as a team because the louder we bark, the more we're heard. Okay,
Absolutely.
peacefully.
Yep. Yep.
So we strengthen up and gain more supporters. But that since 2006 for the Safe Act is totally unacceptable. It's
Oh,
unexplainable. What is going on? They
three
had
and a half years. Jeez.
whoa.
Or wait,
So how many years is that? It's 2006. It's
19 years.
almost what 19 years?
19 years.
Oh,
That's
and when it
ridiculous.
Wow.
yeah, when it gets introduced into legislation, if it don't go no farther, what's the purpose? It has
Yeah.
to get a vote
19
and
years. Wow.
get a floor vote because I know last year, the 2023-2024 vote, they had like 239 co-sponsors, and I'm like, that is a lot of co-sponsors for the
Yeah.
Safe Act, and it didn't get nowhere. It died because I guess you're supposed to have 290, and there's a total
Yeah.
of 435 House of Representatives across the United States total. So we got to keep going and everything. But hopefully we gonna bring that up next week. Heath
Yeah.
Dayton's doing a great job, and hope you all join us. After the show gets downloaded and I edit it and published, and I'll send you the link to the new link with all the links to the petition and the group and everything. Okay, Pina,
That would be great. Thank
and
you.
and
Yep.
you could go
Appreciate
ahead
it.
and share it again because a lot of people's missed it. So that
Yep.
way they can always go back and listen to it whenever, 24/7, 365 days a year. Because we are, animal rights should be granted, not violated. Treat them all with dignity and respect from all angles. Because nobody,
Right.
the animals don't like to be tortured and abused and neglected, exploited. I mean, you look at, I stand up for all animals out there, and it's not a pretty picture. You're just talking about minor issues. You're talking massive issues.
Right.
So it's sad and it's disgusting. Okay, and let's do something about it because we can. If we look the other way, it's just going to get worse. Okay, so we got to go out to talk to the big dogs and get them passed because they are the big
Yep.
dogs. You gotta. That's the
Yep.
only way you're going to force them is laws. That's the only way to stop them and to get tougher punishments and harsher penalties.
Yep.
And
Exactly. And I
enforcement.
mean, and that's what we're aiming for in
Yep,
Destiny's laws to get those stricter laws.
that's right.
That they can't offend again, and and if they do, there's going to be harsher consequences.
That's right.
So not get a slap on the wrist.
I
Because if they
know.
can do that to an animal, there's no doubt that they can do it to a human being. You know what I
Absolutely.
That's
mean?
right.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
So
And just like with that
and
abuser.
actually
Whoa.
this is a perfect example because you see his rap sheet. You know what I mean? So
Yep,
that pretty much backs up what I just said.
Yeah.
So
that's right. And I'd like to know the real time he did in jail or prison.
yep,
It's probably hardly nothing. And
yep,
31 arrests prior. That is sickening.
Yeah.
What kind of world do we live in? We just look
yep,
at it and ignore it and think it's nothing. I
And you
don't think that
can't,
any of them would want to happen to them.
right.
We
You can't
have to
say he
stop it, not
can't
keep
say
it
he
yes,
up.
didn't know it by looking at that dog. You could definitely see that she needed help.
Oh yeah,
yes.
They
Yeah,
yep.
I
can't
mean, you saw
deny that.
those two pictures. I mean, you can see her ribs. You can see the tumor hanging there.
Oh
I mean, you can see that. Yeah, she did need help.
yep.
And it's not just her abuser that failed her. I mean, it's the cop that went to the scene for the last call. It's the animal control director that did. They all failed her because none of them did anything to help her or get her out of there until it was too late. You know, it was too late.
That's
So,
right. And
you
then it's
know,
sad. It's just like,
and
how?
right, and that's part of Destiny's Law is to for animal control directors. I mean, if they don't do anything, well, then they need to face consequences as well. You
Right.
know, they need to be fired. They need to, something needs to be done too to them. You know what I mean? They
Yep.
should not hold that position because that's what they're there for. You know what I mean? They're there to save these animals. Not they shouldn't just be there for a paycheck,
Right.
you
That's
know
right.
and in this case that's what it seemed like, because why wouldn't you do anything? Why wouldn't you? I mean, you're supposed to be you're in that position to help these animals and did nothing. So
Right.
and so
Exactly.
I'm
Oh, it's just so
and I'm
aggravating.
glad from the backlash from this case that he resigned. He needed to. He
Oh,
needed
yeah.
to, because if he didn't, oh, let me tell you what, I was going to make sure that he did, and I didn't have to do it.
That's
He
right.
was smart enough to resign, because that was my next step. Is he needed to resign? He didn't need to be in that position, and
Right.
that happened. So,
That's right.
um, so thank goodness for that.
You got that right.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, I'm going to go here and I want to thank everyone for tuning in this evening from the Podbean podcast web to the chat room and everywhere. Okay, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you join us next week, listening worldwide, and hope everyone has a relaxing and peaceful Labor Day weekend. A lot of you have 3 day weekends, and just be safe and hope it's nice out. I know Florida's gonna be really hot again, but so and Darla, and you're so very welcome. She said another great show, and thank you for all your compliments and all your support. It's so meaningful and uplifting and inspiring. This super team got going here on this chat room. But I do hope you join us next week. And on Labor Day weekend, just hey, relax, take it easy, and Pina, stay in contact. Like I said,
Oh,
and
absolutely. I mean, we have Debbie. We've
oh
been in
yeah,
contact, so
yes.
yep, I'm sure we will continue.
Oh yeah,
Not a problem.
definitely. So because so many of them, 495 shows, have made friends with so many of them.
Woohoo.
Where we stay in contact, and talk and become friends and advocates together, and it's wonderful. It's great. Met so
Yes.
many of them, and we'll keep having them on because the more exposure, the better. Put it in the spotlight, keep it out there. Don't let it fizzle out, or
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because once you
And
let it
that's the
fizzle,
thing.
poof, whoa. Yep.
Yep, it's repetition. It's keeping it out there in front of people. That's how you're going to get places.
That's right.
Is just keeping it out there. If
That's
you
right.
sit back and you stop and you don't do anything, you're
Nothing
not going to
gets
get any
done.
further.
Yep.
No,
Exactly.
no.
Exactly.
The
So,
same old song and dance, same old cruelty going on. Let's say we got
yep,
to get with the times. Stuff is happening. Year after year, decade after decade. Stuff that fizzles out like one for the Safe Act. Or why is that fizzled out? That shouldn't be fizzled. That's horse slaughter. You know.
yep,
Or
yep,
there's so many of them out there. It's like, oh, they got reintroduced. Yeah, is that as far as it's going to go? Because it ain't getting nowhere. We have to see some movement going on, some voting. Some positive results instead of just letting it
yep,
sit there. Let's see some victories,
absolutely.
right?
And
Instead of ain't going to go nowhere for just sitting in there being introduced. Let's
and
get with a
don't make the comment, can't somebody please help this animal? Yeah, you're somebody too.
That's right. Your
Yep.
voice matters in your actions. But anyway, thank you so much, Pina, and I'll give Holly
And
another
thank
thank
you
you.
so much too, Debbie.
Hey, you're
Thanks,
so
Appreciate
Pina.
you
welcome.
again.
Thanks, Mama
Yes.
Cat, for all your support. And big hello to Brianna, your daughter there, Pina. And I was hoping she would call in, and aloha. Thank you
Yes.
for all your
Yes.
support, and Darla. This is wonderful. I love this super team got on
And
here.
Michelle.
Yep. And so this Podbean podcast app is rocking the animals world, everyone. Just want to let you know that. And hopefully, and we got to keep it up. We cannot weaken out. We got to stay strong, positive, optimistic, relentless, and keep going to see them changes. That way we could do the happy dance. Okay,
Yep.
Mama Cat, paw in hand, you ready to rock and roll? Go
Paw
ahead.
in hand, united we stand against all animal neglect and cruelty across the land. Good night, everybody.
Hey,
Have a
good night,
safe holiday
everyone.
weekend.
Hey, you
Good
too.
night.
Hey,
Yep.
you too, Mama
Have a
Cat and
great
Pina.
Labor Day. Yep. Thank
Okay?
you. You too.
And don't forget, we're all going to, next week, join us. And all the former guests, please feel free to join in any of these shows at any time, okay? And thank you for tuning in to Voices Cared for Animals podcast. Yay! Justice, we want justice for Destiny. Mama Bear's got a new toy. You like that? Good night, everyone. God bless
That's
you
great.
all.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Labor Day weekend.
Good night.
Have a good one and thanks for tuning in.
Good night, Goody.
Night night. Mama Bear hugs. Tell Buford a big Mama Bear hug. AKA Photo Mama.